Alright guys, what's going on? This is Otis here. And today's commentary I want to talk about is solo helicoptering in the attack helicopter. And pretty much it happens every so often for me when there's no one on and there's pretty much all your squad mates just don't want anything to do with the helicopter. And I don't blame them too. A lot of times if there's a random person, I usually don't get in the helicopter. I might try them out for a second or something. But in general, I usually stay away unless I know who the pilot is, unless I can obviously get in the pilot seat myself. But here's some tips for when you're flying the helicopter too, coming up like right here when I'm shooting this tank. You'll have your two crosshairs on the attack helicopters, and you have your one that's a stationary one that sits in the middle of your screen. You have the other one that swings around. Pretty much this is what you're seeing right there, and that is where all your rockets are going to hit when you're shooting them. You're like your unguided rockets, or even if you have the little guided ones on, they'll be a little bit more accurate. But basically, you're going to have to time your shots up, especially when tanks are moving and stuff. And it's really, really important when you're by yourself in the attack helicopter, just because if they've got two people in that tank, someone can jump in that third seat right away, paint you, and pretty much you're going to get killed by a javelin or that tank, or a different tank too, with their guided shell pretty quickly, so you have to watch out for that. And capturing points with the attack helicopter, it's a very, very big priority. It's something you pretty much going to have to do, especially if you're by yourself. You know, it's something I would recommend doing. The first thing I would want to recommend is destroy all the buildings around here. You'll see me destroy this one right here, and towards later on in the game actually get a double kill on when I fully destroy that building. But you're going to want to destroy the buildings for two reasons. Number one is if, you know, they're not going to be able to hide if the building's not there. And another really popular reason why I like to destroy all the buildings too is because a lot of people will hide with RPGs, and so when you're going and capturing points, if they're not spotted, they can pop out and shoot you with an RPG or small, and it will end your day instantly, of course, if it hits you. And so here's just some just ground support where I'm supporting the troops down there. You're not going to get that many kills with the rockets, although I do get, I think, a few good ones here. And of course, once it's clear, you're going to want to make sure you capture the points, because that's the quickest way to rank up your helicopters or other vehicles too, and get your service stars also once you've already got everything unlocked. Because once you get everything unlocked, you just want to try to get the service stars to get up there, which it helps. It's nice too, and you know, it's just there's times where I'll be number one or number two on the scoreboard, just just solo helicoptering, or even I'll have a gunner. I'll slip points just being in the gunner seat, just because I know how to point whore the attack helicopter. And so that's my next guide that's going to be coming out soon, is how to point horror the attack helicopter when you have a gunner at least too. And this is a part here where I end up blowing up the building, and typically I waited for him to run back in, because typically when you're shooting people like at A or something, they'll shoot them and they'll run in the building, obviously, to protect themselves. And right there I did get a team kill and a enemy kill, which does happen when you destroy the buildings, especially the ones that collapse, and you get the destruction from the building kill, which you know, it's alright, especially if you're not playing hardcore. You don't really have to worry about the team kills, just because you're not going to get 5 of them unless a whole squad's in the building. So you pretty much, what I always do is the rule of thumb for me is just destroy the building. You know, you get a kill, and then the mines ended up stealing my kill right there at the tank, which was kind of unfortunate, but I did get some decent amount of points there with him destroying it, because he was a squad mate and I spotted him and he was damaged. And that's another thing too. A lot of times if you're using like laser painter too, which I always highly recommend, you will get a ton of laser designator assists from people using javelins, or if your gunner's using guided missiles, which you'll typically get more points than your gunner if you're using the laser painter and using the guided. And right here, this was me screwing around towards the end of the game, actually, or not, well, pretty much towards the end of the game, because we had it dominated. And I was trying to roadkill this guy, and I missed right there, and I was just so pissed off. And I was so worried, because I thought someone was going to end up killing him. But I end up going around, and the guy gets up and tries to run for his life, but I was able to get him here. And another thing, too, coming up when I actually die right here, when you're attacking these tanks, you need to go at a good enough angle where they can't hit you with their main gun or a canister cell. Canister cell is the most deadliest thing for the tanks, and right there he gets the headshot on me, ends up killing me. So it was a nice little solo run. I think I had some other decent runs a little bit later on, but hopefully this helps you out. Hopefully this helps you out if you're solo helicoptering sometimes, and thanks for watching, guys.